There is something wrong with the wiper system. This one's not connected. Got the wiper motor down and loose. These wiper arms, they've got clips on them. Pardon me. There. These wiper arms have clips on them to keep the arms secured. The driver's side was missing. Well, now that we have the motor out, you can see why one arm was working and the other wasn't. You see that nut has backed off, and the D drive has disengaged. Well, why can't we get this to reassemble? See that thread there? Well, somebody decided that 1/4 20 was going to fit. That's 1/4 28. So we're getting more and more holes in the dash. This is where that air conditioning heater box was. This is, of course, where the radio was. That is the wiper motor, which we've got to fix. And that's where the wiper motor goes. And there's the air conditioning, oil-powered door motor. I'm continuing to have to yank out wires that were added by a previous owner, that wires to nowhere. We were having trouble with the passenger side wiper arm, and that it just moved all by itself. Well, see, that's the D drive, and that is the D driven, and this is 1/4 28. So that's the fix. Getting into the windshield wiper switch. Okay, this hornswoggle down here, you gotta disconnect up here, which is obvious. You got a bundle that goes here, and then you've got just one wire that goes there. If I do that, I should have this disconnected. Turns out there are two wires that go to this. That's your B, and that one is your A. So with that gas or washer pedal thing, you only end up with wire 1, which could go in two places, so it's marked there, and this I don't think it can go anyplace else. So if you want to test a wiper motor outside of the car, all you have to do is hook up your auxiliary box, get a negative to the motor somewhere, feed the switch with the positive, and turn it on. Switch on. Now if you want to test your part, turn the switch off. It still runs. And then just bring the switch over to ground. Grounding the switch triggers the park, and then she runs backwards and stops. There is no ground between here and here, and I think that's wrong. Isn't there supposed to be a strap or something? I need to look into that, but this isn't going to work once installed. There's no ground here to here. I think that's where it's got to pick up its ground. On the wipers, I checked around, and you definitely need to ground the motor to this mounting bracket, similar to what this has done. This is a 62. So I don't know what happened to the one that was on the 57, but we'll have to make up a ground. So on the wiper motor, I just made a jumper from here to the ground plate. That's Loctited, that's completely out of the way. Tested it, and I've got continuity now to the ground. And I was just happening to check the mounting screws. They did it again. Quarter 28 and quarter 20s mixed together. Here, the wiper motor is not particularly easy to get at. And this is the ones where they've mixed threads. There's the bottom two. You can see one of them is a quarter 20 and one of them is a quarter 28. So I'm going to come back up in here and I'm going to dress these threads, and they're all going to take the same size screw. They're all 1/4 20s. They're all been dressed. They're all square. They are 1 inch long. You only need like 3/4. I've got 3/4 if you need them, but there's plenty of room on the back side. If they don't draw up tight, you can throw a nut on the back, and one way or the other, you'll get this one tight. But it'll be a while before you put this motor back in.